In the midst of life's chaos, God calls you to remain calm. He knows the struggles you face and the storms that seem to rage against you, but He is the one who can handle the impossible. When the weight of fear and doubt tries to consume you, trust in His protection. Just as a storm can be calmed by His voice, so too can the turmoil inside your heart be stilled. It's easy to become overwhelmed when everything around you seems to be falling apart. You may feel the pressure of your challenges, the overwhelming sense of helplessness, but in these moments, God calls you to have faith. The peace He offers doesn't come from understanding every detail or seeing the outcome, but from trusting that He is in control. Even when the world feels uncertain, His love is unwavering, and He is always with you, guiding you through the darkness. When you face the storms of life, remember that God doesn't just watch from a distance. He is close to you, offering peace and protection. He has seen you through every trial in the past, and He will continue to carry you. You don't need to fight on your own. He is the strength you need. Lean into His presence and trust that no matter how fierce the storm, He will bring you peace. So take a deep breath, let go of the worry, and place your trust in Him. His arms are always open, ready to shield you from the storm. You are not alone, and with Him, everything is possible. Trust in His power and let His peace fill your heart. In life, there are moments when the noise of the world overwhelms our hearts and doubts creep in. We begin to question our strength, our path, and the future that lies ahead. But God promises to quiet all of our worries, to still the chaos that rages within us. He tells us that no matter what we face, no matter how uncertain things may seem, He will bring peace to our hearts. This peace does not come from our ability to understand everything or to control every outcome, but from trusting that He is in control. Through faith, He grants us the calm we seek. It is in the moments of struggle that God asks us to place our trust fully in Him. He knows that life is not always easy. He knows the pain, the fear, and the challenges we face. But He calls us to surrender our anxieties to Him and to trust that He will lead us through it. When we trust in God's power, we are able to experience a peace that goes beyond understanding. This peace is not just the absence of trouble, but the presence of God's assurance in our lives. His peace fills the empty spaces where fear once dwelled, and it strengthens our confidence to keep moving forward. Each day, God affirms that He will continue to calm our hearts and restore our confidence. He sees the struggles we go through, and He meets us in those moments. He reminds us that He has been faithful in the past, and He will be faithful again. Trusting in God's promises brings us peace because it shifts our focus from our circumstances to His faithfulness. We can rest in knowing that no matter what storms we face, His love and protection are always there. His word is true, and He has the power to bring us peace in any situation. When we allow God to quiet the doubts within us, we find a confidence that cannot be shaken. Life will always have its challenges, but with God at our side, we are equipped to face them. He asks us to remain firm in our faith, to trust Him even when the path seems unclear. It is through our faith in Him that we find the strength to move forward, knowing that He is leading us, guiding us, and providing for us. With faith, our worries lose their grip, and we find peace that transcends all understanding. God promises that His peace will guard our hearts and minds, giving us the strength to endure whatever comes our way. When we place our trust in Him, we allow His peace to reign in our lives. It is in those quiet moments, when we release our fears and choose to trust, that His peace fills us completely. This peace is not temporary or fleeting, it is a constant, unwavering presence that we can hold on to in every season of life. As we walk through life, we are reminded that God's peace comes through our faith in Him. It is not something we can achieve on our own, but it is a gift He gives us when we trust in His promises. Every step of our journey is made easier when we choose to place our faith in Him and allow His peace to fill us. We may not know what tomorrow holds, but we know that with God, we are never alone. He is with us, bringing peace to our hearts and confidence to our souls, no matter the circumstances we face. So let us place our trust in God. Let us surrender our doubts and fears to Him, knowing that He is faithful. In His hands we find rest. Through our faith, we find peace. And with his love, we are more than equipped to face whatever challenges may come our way. Peace comes through faith, and that peace will guide us all the days of our lives. In life, we all encounter moments where we feel as if the weight of the world is pressing down on us. Trials come, sometimes in the form of enemies, other times in the shape of personal challenges. These difficulties can leave us feeling alone, vulnerable, and afraid. But even in the darkest of times, God promises to protect us. He is the guardian of our lives, the one who watches over us with unwavering care. No matter the enemy we face or the storm we endure, his protection is ever present, guiding us through every trial with his love and grace. God, the creator of all things, holds your destiny in his hands. He is the one who commands the universe and all that happens in it. Every step you take, every decision you make, is part of his plan for you. Though you may not always understand the path you walk, know that he is with you every step of the way. Even in the face of adversity, he is leading you towards something greater. His presence in your life is constant, and his protection is an unshakable promise. In the midst of your trials, there is no need to fear. You may find yourself in a place where the obstacles seem insurmountable or when others try to tear you down, but God's protection is stronger than any enemy. He will shield you from harm, and no force in this world can take you from his hands. Even when the world around you seems to fall apart, remember that God's love will not falter. He is the one who commands the winds, stills the storms, and calms the troubled waters. He is your refuge and your fortress, a constant protector in every battle you face. When challenges arise, it is easy to feel overwhelmed and powerless, but in those moments, it is important to remember that God is not distant. He is right beside you, fighting for you and watching over you with great love. Even when you can't see the way forward, trust that he is working behind the scenes, protecting you from what you cannot see. His plan for your life is full of hope and purpose, and every trial you face is a stepping stone toward greater strength and faith. God's protection doesn't mean that we won't face difficulty. It means that no matter what comes our way, he will always be there to carry us through. His protection is not just physical, it is spiritual, emotional, and mental. He guards our hearts and minds, keeping us steady when the world tries to shake us. In times of trial, God's protection provides a peace that surpasses understanding. It is a peace that settles deep in your soul, reminding you that no matter the circumstances, you are never truly alone. He is always by your side, ready to shield you, guide you, and lead you to victory. Even when the enemy comes against you, God promises to fight on your behalf. His protection is not passive, it is active and powerful. He will not allow the forces of darkness to have the final word in your life. Through his strength, you are more than a conqueror. When fear tries to take root, remember that God's power is greater than anything that threatens you. His protection is a shield that no weapon formed against you can prosper. With God by your side, you will rise above every trial and emerge victorious. In the times when you feel the weight of your battles, trust in God's protection. He has already promised to be with you through it all. He will never leave you or forsake you. He is the one who holds your destiny in his hands, and no matter what you face, his love and protection will never fail. Trust in his plan, lean into his embrace, and know that he is with you always. His protection is your refuge, your strength, and your hope. There are moments in life when we feel the weight of the world pressing heavily upon us. When we stumble and fall, whether due to our own mistakes or the challenges that life brings, it is easy to feel weak and alone. The struggles can seem endless, and in those moments, we may wonder how we will find the strength to rise again. But in those very times, God is ready to lift us up. His love for us is steadfast, and his hand is always extended, waiting for us to reach out to him. When we fall, God is right there, ready to help us stand once more. In the midst of our weakness and despair, God's strength becomes our refuge. When life knocks us down, he doesn't leave us there. Instead, he lifts us up, offering his support, comfort, and strength. There is no struggle too great for God to handle, and no fall so deep that his love cannot pull us back up. No matter how difficult the situation, God is always there, ready to guide us through the storm. His presence in our lives is a constant reminder that we do not walk alone. When we feel overwhelmed, he is there to carry us through, holding us steady when the world tries to shake us. God's love is a source of immeasurable strength. It is through His grace and mercy that we are able to rise again no matter how many times we fall. We are not defined by our failures, but by the love and support of God. When we feel lost or broken, God's hand is there to pick us up and restore us. He is always ready to help us stand strong, no matter the weight of the trials we face. His love doesn't condemn us for our weakness. Instead, it lifts us out of our despair and places us on solid ground once again. When you find yourself in a place of weakness, remember that God is there to give you strength. He sees your struggles, He knows your pain, and He is waiting to offer His hand to you. Even when the road seems uncertain, God's guidance will never falter. He will direct your steps, helping you to rise above the challenges that seek to hold you down. In the moments when you feel like giving up, God is there, whispering words of hope and encouragement, reminding you that you are not alone. With His help, you will find the strength to stand tall once more. God's promise is clear. He will lift you up when you fall. No matter how many times you stumble, His love will always be there to restore you. Even when you feel unworthy or defeated, God's grace will surround you, lifting you to a place of peace and strength. His hand is extended, and all you need to do is reach out and trust in His support. With God by your side, you can rise again, stronger than before. His love will guide you through the darkest of times, and His strength will carry you through every trial. In life, there will be moments when you feel weak and incapable of moving forward, but in those moments, God is ready to lift you up. He does not see your failures as the end, but as opportunities for growth and restoration. When you fall, He will be there to help you stand strong. His love and strength are unwavering, and with Him, you will find the courage to keep going. Trust in God's promise that He will always lift you when you fall, and that He will never leave you or forsake you. His love is a constant source of hope, and it is through His strength that you will rise again. In the journey of life, it is easy to become consumed by fear and worry. We often find ourselves struggling, unsure of the future, and burdened by the challenges that we face. The weight of uncertainty can cloud our vision, making it hard to see the blessings that lie ahead. But God reminds us that we are heirs to many blessings, blessings that are meant for us to embrace. Even when the road seems uncertain and the path difficult, God's blessings are waiting for us, ready to be revealed when we trust in Him. Sometimes, these blessings can seem hidden beneath the weight of our fears. We may feel as though we are walking through a storm, unable to see the light beyond the clouds. But God assures us that His blessings are always present, even when we cannot see them. His promise is that He will never withhold good from those who trust in Him. Though it may take time for these blessings to unfold, we can be certain that they are waiting for us on the other side of our struggles. God has already prepared good things for us, and in His perfect timing, He will bring them into our lives. It is easy to get caught up in the worry of what might happen, or the fear of what could go wrong. But God calls us to shift our focus from fear to faith. When we trust in Him, we open ourselves up to receive the blessings He has in store for us. His blessings are not always immediate, and sometimes they come in unexpected ways, but they are always right on time. God knows exactly what we need and when we need it. His timing is perfect, and His blessings are abundant, waiting for us to recognize them. As we move forward in life, we must hold on to the truth that God's blessings are not dependent on our circumstances. They are not contingent upon the perfection of our lives or the absence of hardship. Even in the midst of struggle, God is working behind the scenes, preparing blessings for us. These blessings may come in forms we don't expect, but they are always for our good. Sometimes they come through lessons learned in difficulty, and other times they come through moments of peace and joy that we never saw coming. But no matter what form they take, we can be assured that God is always faithful to fulfill His promises. God's blessings are a reflection of His love and care for us. They are not just material things, but spiritual gifts that strengthen us, guide us, and remind us of His presence in our lives. When we focus on His love and trust in His plan, we begin to see the blessings around us more clearly. They may not always be the things we initially thought we wanted, but they are always the things we need. Through His blessings, God molds us, refines us, and prepares us for greater things. Even when the blessings seem small or hidden, they are still a sign of His love and His faithfulness. There will be times when the fear and worry seem overwhelming, and it will feel as though the blessings are out of reach. But in those moments, remember that God is always with you, and His blessings are closer than you think. Trust that He has already prepared everything you need. His love never fails, and He will not leave you empty-handed. Every blessing that God has promised you is on its way, and when the time is right, you will see it unfold in your life. Keep your heart open, your faith strong, and know that the best is yet to come. As you journey through life, know that God's blessings are waiting for you. They are not far off, hidden away forever. They are waiting for you to trust, to have faith, and to believe that God is good. When you do, you will begin to see His blessings in every corner of your life. They may come in ways you didn't expect, but they will always be a reflection of His love, His faithfulness, and His promise that He will provide for you. The blessings He has for you are more than you could ever imagine, and they are waiting for the moment you are ready to receive them. In the whirlwind of life, we are often bombarded by voices of fear, doubt, and misinformation. These voices can come from the outside world, from the opinions of others, or from the negative thoughts that rise up within us. They tell us stories of what could go wrong, of dangers that may never come to pass. These voices try to control our minds, whispering lies that lead us to fear what is unknown. But God advises us not to be influenced by these voices. He warns us not to allow gossip, threats, or false information to shape our thoughts or actions. He is the final authority over our lives, and in Him, there is no need for fear. The world may try to convince us that we are powerless, that we must fear what others say or do. It is easy to get caught up in the noise of gossip and the fear of what others think. But God reminds us that He is the ultimate source of truth. He is the one who controls the course of our lives, and He has the final say over everything that happens. What others may speak over us does not define us, and the fears they try to instill in us do not hold power over us. If we trust in God, He will guard our hearts from the lies and the fears that seek to control us. God's truth is the shield that protects us from the arrows of fear and doubt. When we place our trust in Him, we allow His words to replace the falsehoods that the world tries to feed us. He tells us that everything we fear will not happen if we trust in Him. Those things that seem so daunting and overwhelming will lose their power when we fix our eyes on Him. The storms of life may come, but they will not be able to shake us when we are anchored in His love and faithfulness. The more we trust Him, the less we are affected by the negativity around us. There will always be those who try to sow fear through their words. They may speak of dangers that don't exist, or they may spread rumors that cause unnecessary anxiety. But God calls us to turn away from these voices. We are not to allow ourselves to be controlled by fear, because fear is not from Him. He has given us a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind, not one of fear. When we listen to the voice of truth, we find peace in the midst of chaos. We are able to stand firm and secure, knowing that God's authority reigns over all. When we allow fear to take control, we allow it to shape our decisions and our lives. Fear can paralyze us, keep us from moving forward, and prevent us from living the life God has called us to live. But God does not want us to live in fear. He wants us to walk in the freedom that comes from trusting in His sovereignty. He reminds us that there is no need for fear when we trust in Him. He has already overcome every fear and every threat. He has already secured our victory, and He will never leave us or forsake us. God's love is the antidote to fear. When we choose to trust in Him, His perfect love casts out all fear. We are no longer bound by the worries and doubts that once controlled us. We are free to live in His peace, knowing that He is always with us, protecting us, and guiding us. As we walk in His truth, we are no longer swayed by the fear and negativity that surround us. We know that no matter what happens, God is in control, and His plan for us is good. So, let go of the fear that tries to take hold of your heart. Do not let it control you or dictate your actions. Trust in God's authority over your life, and let His truth guide you. Remember that He is the final authority, and He has already given you everything you need to overcome fear. With God by your side, you are more than capable of facing any challenge, and no threat or worry can harm you. Trust in Him, and let His peace reign in your heart. In life, we face many challenges. There are times when the road seems too rough, and the weight of the world feels unbearable. In those moments, it is easy to forget that we are not alone. But God, in His infinite wisdom and love, reminds us that He is always with us. His love for us is unconditional. It is not based on what we do or how we perform, but on who we are in His eyes, His beloved children. No matter what obstacles come our way, God's love never wavers. He is our protector, our strength, and our refuge. Through every trial and storm, God promises that He will never abandon us. He sees our struggles, and He understands the pain we endure. He is not a distant figure, far removed from our struggles. No, He is close to us, walking with us through every dark valley and shining light into the places of our deepest fears. His protection is a constant in our lives, a reminder that no matter how hard things get, we are never alone. He is with us, His love covering us like a shield, keeping us safe from harm. God's love is unlike any love we can experience on earth. It does not depend on our actions, our successes, or our failures. His love is unconditional, steadfast, and unchanging. Even when we fall short, even when we doubt ourselves, His love remains constant. He sees us not for our flaws, but for the children He created and adores. His love is not conditional on our behavior. It is freely given, always available, and everlasting. When we stumble and feel unworthy, it is His love that lifts us back up, reminding us that we are cherished no matter what. As we face the challenges of life, we may sometimes feel abandoned or forsaken. The pressures of the world can make us question if anyone truly cares for us. But in those moments, God's love reassures us that we are never forgotten. He is our constant companion, our protector, and our refuge. His love is a rock that we can lean on when everything around us feels uncertain. He promises that He will never leave us, that we will always be His beloved children. His protection is guaranteed, and His love is unwavering, even in the face of adversity. God's love and protection are not just for the good times, they are for the difficult moments too. When we face challenges, His love does not fade. Instead, it becomes even more evident, wrapping around us like a warm embrace, giving us the strength to keep moving forward. His protection is not a shield that keeps us from all harm, but a presence that gives us the courage to face whatever comes our way. With God by our side, we are never defeated. His love makes us stronger, and His protection keeps us safe. There may be times when the storms of life feel overwhelming, when we are unsure of where to turn. But in those moments, we must remember that God's love is a constant. It does not depend on the circumstances or the challenges we face. It is always there, unwavering and unshakable. No matter what happens, God will never abandon us. His love is unconditional, and His protection is certain. We are always His beloved children, and nothing can separate us from His love. So, in the midst of your struggles, take comfort in the truth that God loves you unconditionally and will always protect you. He sees you, He knows you, and He will never leave you. His love is a constant presence in your life, and His protection will guide you through every challenge you face. You are His beloved child, and nothing can ever change that. Trust in His love, lean on His protection, and know that you are never alone. In life, we often find ourselves searching for answers, seeking the next step, or wondering where our blessings are. We may look to the world around us, thinking that wealth, success, or worldly possessions will bring us the happiness and peace we crave. Yet, God reminds us that the true key to unlocking abundant blessings is not found in material things, but in faith. Faith in God is the door through which all good things come. It is through trusting in His love and protection that we receive the blessings He has prepared for us. Faith is not just a belief, it is a trust that guides us through every season of life. God's love and protection are the foundation of our faith. When we place our trust in Him, we open ourselves up to the blessings He wants to pour into our lives. His love never falters, and His protection is always present. Even when things seem uncertain, when life's challenges arise, God's faithfulness remains constant. When we have faith in God, we acknowledge His sovereignty over our lives. We trust that He knows what is best for us and that His plans for us are always good. Our faith in Him unlocks the doors of blessing, allowing us to experience His goodness in ways we never imagined. Faith does not come without its tests. Life often brings us through difficult moments, and it can be hard to hold on to faith when everything around us seems to be falling apart. But it is in these moments that our faith is strengthened. God doesn't promise that we won't face challenges, but He does promise that He will be with us through every trial. When we continue to trust in Him, even in the darkest of times, our faith grows stronger. And through that strengthened faith, God pours out His blessings, sometimes in unexpected ways. It is in our perseverance, in our trust that God will provide, that we open ourselves to receive His gifts. God reminds us that faith is the key to receiving all the good things He has planned for us. Sometimes, we may not understand why things happen the way they do or why we must face certain trials. But faith helps us see beyond our immediate circumstances. It helps us trust that God is working all things for our good. Through faith, we begin to see the blessings in our lives, even in the midst of difficulty. God's blessings are not always immediate, nor are they always material, but they are always good, always in accordance with His perfect will. As we continue to walk in faith, God's blessings become more evident in our lives. They may come in the form of peace in our hearts, strength in our struggles, or love from unexpected sources. But most importantly, faith brings us closer to God. It deepens our relationship with Him, and through that relationship, we experience His abundant blessings in a way that fills our hearts with gratitude. The more we trust Him, the more we see His goodness unfolding in our lives. With each step of faith, we grow in understanding, in grace, and in the blessings God has set before us. The blessings of God are not always what we expect, but they are always what we need. When we put our faith in Him, we trust that He will provide exactly what we need at the right time. It is through faith that we learn to rely on God, not on our own strength or understanding. His blessings are far greater than anything we could achieve on our own. As we trust in His plan for our lives, we begin to experience His goodness in ways we could never have imagined. So continue to trust in God's love and protection. Keep your faith strong even when the road is tough. Through that faith, God will bless you beyond measure. His blessings will come in His perfect timing, and you will be amazed at how His love and care fill every part of your life. Trust in Him, for faith is the key to receiving all the good things He has planned for you. Your faith opens the door to blessings you could never earn, but that God freely offers to those who trust in Him.